Newsletter and research paper solution video. Change the font of the body text to Arial 10 points. So again, as you know, you need to do this in the normal style. Right click the normal style, modify Arial 10 points. OK. Right align the text June 30th, 2016 with a single tab. So not using the paragraph settings, but using a single tab, which means that we need a right tab aligned exactly with the right margin. There you go. If sometimes you can't really manage to get it in the exact position, and then obviously you need to use the tab dialog box, and as I can see now it is not in the exact position, so I'm going to change it to 16 centimeters and delete the other one. And I can tab to the right tab. On page 1, click at the beginning of the newsletter title. Search online pictures using the search word microscope. Insert online pictures, microscope. We need to filter as to show only clip art. Type clip art. And then insert the third image from the results. That's this one. Insert. Make sure to delete the copyright text below the image. It's going to be quite difficult when it's set over the text, so I'm just going to move it slightly so that I can click in the copyright, select the text box and delete it. Format the picture. Change the height to 1.6 centimeters. Change the text wrapping of the inserted image to square. Change the horizontal alignment to left relative to margin, and the vertical alignment to top relative to margin. We click OK. Recolor the picture applying blue accent color 1 light. So in the picture format tab, we go to color, and here we have the recolor section. Blue accent color 1 light. So I'm going to look for a light one. Here's a light one, and that's the one we need. Blue accent color 1 light. Apply a black text 1 picture border and change the weight to 2 and a quarter. Picture border, black text 1, and then change the weight to 2 and a quarter. Starting with the paragraph New Research on Electronic Health Records, this one. Select all of the text from that point to the end of the page. Do not include the section break. Going down towards the end of the page. Here is the section break. I want to include the colon, so I'm going to use Shift and right arrow and then go back one step to exclude the section break and format the text in 2 columns. We do that via the Layout tab, Columns 2. Apply Justify Alignment. We find that in the Home tab, and this is Paragraph Formatting. Insert a column break before the subheading Health Information Privacy. I click before the subheading, again go to Layout, to Breaks, and I insert a column break, which moves all the text from there on to the second column. Start your web browser and then navigate to this website. I already did this. This is the website. And then in your document, click at the end of the paragraph below New Research in Electronic Health Records. So the end of the paragraph below, this is the paragraph below, this is the end, and insert a screenshot of the website. Insert, screenshot, and there we can see all available windows, or we can use screen clipping to take a screenshot from the last screen we had open before this one. But we can just select this screenshot, apply a text 1 picture border, black text 1, and change the weight to 1 point. Weight 1 point. Set the text wrapping to top and bottom, text wrap top and bottom, and drag the picture to the correct position. So that means not in the paragraph, but actually below the paragraph, like this. Select the subheading New Research on Electronic Health Records, and use the font dialog box to apply bold and small caps. So we need the dialog box because we cannot apply small caps from the ribbon. So small caps and bold, and change the font color to the standard color dark blue. Font color, let's hover over the colors, and here is dark blue. Apply the same formatting to the other subheadings using the Format Painter. So with the text still selected, I will double click on the Format Painter and apply the formatting to the other subheadings. Once you've learned about styles, you will know that you need to create a style for this so that this is automatically applied to the subheadings. Turn the Format Painter off. Change the spacing before doctors define meaningful use to 18 points. Oh, but first we need to adjust the position of our screenshot because it has moved. And then change the spacing before of doctors define meaningful use to 18 points. This is paragraph formatting, which means I do not need to select the text. Spacing before 18 points. Select the last paragraph in the newsletter, the text in bold italic that begins ensuring privacy, and apply, and I actually do not need to select because again it is a paragraph formatting, and apply a 1 point shadow border. Let's go to our borders dialog box. A 1 point shadow border using black text 1. Black text 1. Now we need to apply it again. Shade the paragraph using the fill color blue-gray. Shading, fill color. Blue-gray text to lighter 80%. This is the blue-gray column. Let's look for text to lighter 80%. Here it is. It's the first one, well actually the second one in the column. OK. And center the paragraph text. On page 2, below the newsletter, change the line spacing for all the text on the page to double. And for the same text, change the spacing after to 0. And this time we cannot change the normal style, as this will also change the style of your first page newsletter. So let's select the text till the bottom. Paragraph, we need to change the spacing after to 0 and the line spacing to double. Okay. Apply first line indent of 0.5 centimeter to the paragraph that begins. There is often a discrepancy. We can do that using the ruler. At the bottom of the page, after the period, at the end of the sentence that ends if they had it, so at the bottom of the page, the end of the sentence, if they had it, here it is. Insert the footnote. So I'm going to click just before the full stop. References, insert a footnote. And I'm going to copy the text from the instructions document, but the text in the instructions document is bold. I don't want it to be bold. So when I click on the footnote, I right click and I choose keep text only. So that means that it will remove all formatting from the text. Make sure to include the full stop, the point at the end of the footnote. Modify the footnote to set the font size to 11. So, like we've already explained, some styles you always have to use because you do not just want to apply this formatting to only this footnote but to all footnotes, which means that we need to modify the footnote style, which is footnote text, and we need to change this to 11, font size 11. And we have to make sure that both lines of the footnote text start at 0.5 centimeters. So let's take a look. 0.5, that means somewhere around here. Here. So how do we do that? First we need to make sure that the second line starts at 0.5 and the hanging indent determines the position of all lines in a paragraph except the first one. And then, as you know, you can use the hanging indent to tab the first line to the position of the hanging indent. So we set the hanging indent in the paragraph. Settings, hanging indent 0.5. Okay. And then we still need to tab to our hanging indent position. On page 2, at the end of the paragraph that begins those clinical practices, so still on page 2, those clinical practices, here we are, the end of this paragraph, click to the left of the period and then using the APA format insert a citation for a website with the following information. You can find a very short tutorial document on APA format on Canvas. So this is how you do this. Insert citation, add a new source, and we need to insert a citation for a website. Let's look for a website. Here we are. With the information as you can see in the instructions document. So the author is Gabriel, oops, my caps lock is on, Gabriel Barbara A. The name of the web page is Do EMRS Make You a Better Doctor? The year 2008, the month is July, the day is 15, year access, I can't currently see this so I have to show all biography fields. So year access is 2016, month access is June, day access is 30, and the medium is web. Okay, citation has been added. On page 3, let's navigate to page 3. At the end of the paragraph that begins further research, this is further research, this is the end of the paragraph, click to the left of the period and insert, using APA format, a citation for a book with the information as you see in the instructions. Author Devore, or however you pronounce that, Amy. The title, I'm just going to, and I can't copy it right now, the electronic health record for the physicians Office first, year 2010, city Maryland Heights, and publisher Saunders. I can't see the medium, so I have to show all biography fields and scroll down. Medium, print. Okay. Now we need to edit the citation to include 253 as the page number. So let's see what we can do. Edit citation or edit source. Let's go for edit source. You could also have done it through edit citation. Page number, pages 253. Okay. The source exists in your master listing current document. Do you want to update both lists with these changes? Yes. I want to change the source everywhere. In the last blank paragraph of the document, below works cited, this is the last blank paragraph. Insert an APA-style bibliography, not from the built-in library. Let's have a look. Bibliography, so not from the library, but just insert bibliography. In the footer, insert the file name to the left and a plain page number to the right. Let's go to our footer. Insert the file name to the left, tab, and the tab is nicely aligned with the right margin, a plain page number. As you know, always in current position. That's the end of this assignment.